Hey Taurus, this is your love reading for January 1st through the 15th, 2019. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If this doesn't resonate, please check your Moon, Rising, and Venus signs because this is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everyone. Please like, share, and subscribe. And for those of you that have already, your likes, comments, and subscriptions mean so much to me. I love you all. I will also be doing the yearly readings for 2019, but I wanted to get these out first because the yearly ones are going to take longer. I hope to have them finished up by Sunday. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll be drawing one name from everyone who has subscribed for a free 60-minute video reading. And for every 500 above the 1,000, I will add another winner. The drawing will be January 31st, so subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. If you need a private reading, please check the description box for a link to my website where you can order one. Okay, now that that's all out of the way, let's get all up in your business, Taurus. Okay, so your first romance angel card is keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual expectations. So, for some of you, maybe your soulmate is somebody that is not your normal type, or they're different race, different religion. Something about them is different from what you usually go after, and also maybe they treat you a lot differently than you have been accustomed to. Then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So for some of you, in order for your soulmate to come in, you need to heal so that you can raise yourself to a higher vibration. Maybe you're holding on to stuff from the past. Maybe people have hurt you and you're still holding on to it, and that's why your soulmate hasn't gotten to you yet. So, you know, a good way is maybe do a cord cutting. There's videos on YouTube. You can find them. Or what I did was I wrote letters to guys that have hurt me and poured out all my feelings, and then instead of giving it to them or mailing them or whatever, I burned them and released them back into the universe. So the first card that we have is the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, this person may be younger than you, or you may be younger than them. The Knight of Cups comes in with an offer of love. The Knight of Cups represents water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Then we have the Six of Swords, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Six of Swords is about going to calmer waters. It can also be about travel. So for some of you, maybe you're traveling and you meet your soulmate, because we have the Two of Cups here, which is definitely a soulmate. And then we have the Lover's card, which represents Gemini, but this is also a soulmate card. It's also engagement. So for some of you, someone wants to come in and offer you a cup of love. Maybe things have been rocky between you guys. Now you're moving to calmer waters because maybe the, soulmate thing is kind of scary. Maybe you guys were a little scared and you realized, like, you were like, oh, this is my soulmate. And maybe that caused a tower moment. Like maybe it was a shakeup because you guys have been using your intuition with the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she's intuitive, but she's also the secret keeper. So for some of you, like, you've realized this is your soulmate and it's caused a tower moment for you, but you're holding that information. You're not telling this person that that's how you feel about them. So for some of you, you may have to, like, open up and go to them and offer them that cup of love and let them know that they are your soulmate. Or this could be your person that believes you're their soulmate. They just haven't shared that, and they need to come towards you to do that. So with the Knight of Cups, we have the Five of Swords, which is a bittersweet victory. It can also be about winning out over more than one person. And then we have the Magician. The Magician represents Gemini and Aries, but it's about manifestation, but it's about having everything you need to do so. This person may have every element in their chart. So some of you maybe have felt a little defeated because you haven't manifested that cup of love or your soulmate. And maybe it's because you still have some healing to do, because when we hold on to pain, it lowers our vibrations, and you need to release that, because the person who hurt you, they're not walking around thinking about you. They've gone on with their lives, and you're the only one that's focused on it. Don't give them your energy because they don't deserve it. And maybe once you start to do that, you start to move to calmer waters, which allows your soulmate to come in. Okay, so the Six of Swords, we have the King of Pentacles, which represents earth signs. So Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, such as yourself. The King of Pentacles, he's very stable. He is emotionally stable, financially stable. He is, you know, the boyfriend, husband, wife, girlfriend card. Because remember, we all have masculine and feminine energy. So just because it's a man on the card doesn't mean I'm talking about a man. Then we have the Three of Cups, which is about a reconciliation. So for some of you, like, maybe you or your person kind of went out over the other one. You move to calmer waters, and you get, you know, one of you is very stable emotionally and financially, and you guys now are reconciling. You guys are soulmates. Maybe you were broken up for some time. Maybe you go to them. Maybe you actually travel to them to offer them that cup of love. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, which is soulmate. It's also a beautiful relationship. Then we have the Seven of Cups, which is about confusion, illusions, rose-colored glasses. So for some of you, maybe a person you thought was your soulmate, it was really just an illusion, and that's what the Tower moment is. Maybe you use your intuition, and the Tower moment, you were like, oh, that's not my soulmate. And that's when you got your truth and clarity, which the Knight of Swords, maybe it came in suddenly. You were like, oh, wow. And you decided to walk away because you really want like a soulmate connection, and they weren't it. For others of you, you might have a lot of soulmates to choose from. Remember, soulmates can be friends, they can be lovers, they can be, you know, different people in our lives. And for others, maybe you had some confusion about this connection, whether it was a soulmate connection or not. Maybe you wanted to walk away, and now you're getting the clarity. And some of you, maybe you were confused. You got clarity, and now you're leaving all that confusion behind because you're using your intuition, and you're having your Tower moment, leaving the foundation that was weak behind. And now you guys can rebuild on a stronger foundation. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Lovers. So this is definitely your match. And then we have the Seven of Wands. So the Queen of Pentacles, she's stable just like the King of Pentacles. She's also very nurturing. She leads by, she teaches through nurturing. So for some of you, this is definitely your match. They are your soulmate. That's why they match you. Your soul's match. Maybe you feel like you have to defend this relationship. Maybe other people don't understand the connection that you have. Maybe the person isn't exactly who people think that you should be with. Maybe it's because they're a different religion or a different race, or they come from another country, something like that. So maybe that's why there's the travel there. Maybe they are in another country. You're far away and then you have to travel to them. But maybe you feel like you always have to defend this relationship. And that's what's causing the Tower moment. Like maybe you're feeling like this isn't worth it, or maybe you're confused. Maybe you're thinking that this is an illusion, that they are your soulmate, but they are. And maybe this Tower moment is you figuring out that people, you know, misery likes company. So some of these people aren't really looking for your best interest. They're basing it on how they feel about the person, not that they make you happy. if that makes any sense. Okay, so with the High Priestess, who is the secret keeper, we have the Chariot card, which represents Cancer. It's about victory. It's also about moving forward. Then we have the Two of Pentacles. Perhaps maybe your soulmate connection or your connection hasn't been the smoothest, because if you notice, the water is like up and down. And it's going to start to come into balance. If it doesn't come into balance, you may have that Tower moment and decide to move on. For others of you, things are now going to be balanced. You're using your intuition. Things are balancing out. It's becoming a victory. And the Tower moment is a shakeup. It's a good shakeup. Like, whatever was going on in the past is now, you're beyond that. And now you guys can move to calmer waters, you know, with the Six of Swords up there. Okay, so with the Tower card, we have the King of Wands. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. King of Wands, he is the king of the jungle. He rules things. He is passionate, fiery. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. Then we have the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. It can also be a third-party situation. So for some of you, you've been dealing with somebody you thought was your soulmate. It was an illusion. They've been juggling with the Two of Pentacles here. They've had you in a third-party situation. Could be with a fire sign. They could be a fire sign. But this causes a Tower moment where, because the foundation was not firm, especially with a third-party situation, it's crumbling. Now, you can either choose to pick up the pieces and rebuild it, or you can choose to move to calmer waters alone and move on, heal yourself, forgive them, and move on to your soulmate. For others of you, maybe this person has caused a lot of heartache, or maybe you feel like you always have to defend yourself. You guys are always like, maybe when you fight, like, you really say hurtful things, and this causes a Tower moment because you realize that you guys need to gain balance. You guys can't attack each other like that. You need to stand up for each other and not attack each other. And for others of you, this Tower moment comes because maybe you've been hurting yourself trying to stay away from this person because they aren't the person that, like, they're not the normal person that you would date. Or maybe they are of a different race, and say your family is not okay with that. Which, come on, it's 2019. Like, everybody should be okay with it. Everybody is the same. We all bleed red. I don't understand it. But anyway, and they may be a different religion, and maybe that's what's causing the Tower moment. Because your family is really, you know, or your people are really breaking your heart. And you're realizing that you may have to let people go so that you can have happiness. So you may need to forgive them for feeling that way, but you don't have to deal with them. Because this person is passionate, they're loyal, they, you know, they are, you know, the King of Kings are a boss, and they love you, and they are your soulmate. And maybe you need to, as much as it hurts, let people go in your life, and maybe that's your Tower moment. Okay, Taurus, that is your love reading for January 1st through 15th. If anybody is going through a situation where, you know, people don't like the person that you're with, I'm sorry for you. If you have to let family go because of their views, I'm sorry. I hope that you're okay. But I hope that this resonated. And I hope that 2019 brings you guys everything that you want. And I'll be dropping the 2019 videos this week. And if you need a private reading, please check the link in the description box to my website where you can order one. And I will see you very soon, Taurus. Bye, Taurus.